Why, hello everybody, my name's Spencer, also known as ScreenSpeak, and you're watching my podcast, Behind the Screen. Alright, so as I said, this is my second episode to my podcast, episode 2 of Behind the Screen. Now, there's a little bit of information I'd like to give to you before we actually start talking about our topics for today. And with what that is, it's a little bit of not embarrassing, but a little bit of a crazy story. So I'm going to take you on a little journey before we actually start talking about our topics today, because I have some stuff I want to talk about. But, whew, boy. So last week, this is the second day, the episode hadn't come out yet. And on Tuesday, this was 2 days after, I think I recorded on Sunday. No, it was the day I recorded, the first day of classes. So the second day of classes, I'm walking back from my dorm, as you know, and, as you may know, and I see dark clouds. Oh boy. So, the weather has been very hot. Very hot. These past couple weeks moving in, and I dressed for the occasion. I had a short sleeve shirt on, shorts, and I have an umbrella in my backpack, and I was like, and I put my earbud in, like, listening to music. Some movie soundtracks and that dope stuff. So I'm like, okay, let's go. I'm gonna go back to my dorm. I was gonna go with my friends. We're gonna go to Chick-fil-A and Walmart that night. So I walk home. I'm walking back to my dorm from my 7:30 class. Class ends at 7:15, 6 to 7:15. Walking back to my dorm. Didn't take that long, like 10 minutes, 15 max. But I'm walking back, and there's these dark clouds. It starts raining. There's this wind everywhere, and I'm legit at the crosswalk to where my dorm is, like in this dorm building. Like there's two dorms, like where I was at these towers last year, right? And I was at where my friends live in, like at her dorm, at the crosswalk to where mine is, where my building is. And this big gust, like it's just started raining, right? Like I was like, oh, this is awesome. I love this weather, right? It's like, ooh, like I had the Lego Batman movie soundtrack playing in my ear, right? Love it. And next thing I know, oh my god, this is so stupid. Next thing I know, I was listening to it, right? Next thing I know, my earbud, I was holding on to my earbud, the little, the little grips you have on your earbud, that falls out. My glasses, a big gust of wind just takes my glasses away. So that is why you're watching this without my glasses. I think this is one of those rare times that you'll see me without my glasses. And next week, hopefully in the next episode, will have my glasses. But yes, I don't have my glasses today. And I'm not blind. If you're like, it'll be like a week where I will have been glassesless. So, and no, I'm not blind. I can see. But it's just unfortunate. I have glasses so I can see things far away and can see things better. I'm actually getting a call from a friend, which I'm going to ignore because I'm doing this podcast episode. So if he wants to get a hold of me, he can message me. He just did, so I'm going to, he was trying to get a hold of me. Anyway, so with that said, I kind of want to, I'm going to take a brief pause. Well, he didn't respond, so he called me twice. Anyway, as I was saying, that's the reason I don't have my glasses, so I'll get, my mom ordered another pair. She's going to bring mine back. When they come, I'm going to have a new pair as well as a backup pair, so if it happens again. Dude, it was the crazy experience. I never legit, I went to grab, I looked for 5 minutes straight. I looked all over the street, everything. Nothing. So, yeah, I mean, we haven't. Pair of glasses is coming. But I was just like, dude, the craziest story ever on the second day. And there was a lightning storm. After that, I was taking pictures of the lightning because it was fun. Go look on Instagram. I took a picture of one of the lightning strikes. So yeah, first day of classes was great. I mean, classes are great. Oh, and if you'd like to know a little bit more, I got into a good marketing class. I actually got into the good one with all my friends in it. I was in another one. I was on the wait list. I was on one with a wait list that I really, really, really wanted to be in, and I got into one. And a great, easy course. So I'm excited. So classes are going well. Really excited about how things are going. And yeah, I'm getting new glasses. Oh, and I ordered more earbud grips. So that's coming too. I ordered more of those. Got more glasses. Classes are good, and everything's working out this semester. So just want these until I get my glasses back. I can see. So excited. So next week I'm going to see Beetlejuice with my friends. Very excited about that. Stay tuned, as I mentioned that in my vlog, in my room tour vlog. That's coming up soon. So we're gonna have a vlog with my friends, a review, and much more. Not much more, but that sort of stuff. So stay tuned for all that fun stuff. I'm very excited for that. So let's kick things off. After my fun story, let's kick things off with, I don't know what I want to do. Let's talk about the September movies, because I'm going to kind of go in order here about, I want to talk about movies, right? And, I want to talk about the budget, or the box office. So, what we're going to do is, this is just the second episode, but I want to talk about, like, how I feel like September movies are going to be here. So, I'm going to go see Beetlejuice, right? That is so big for me. Like, you have no idea how long I've been waiting. My whole life. I haven't been, because I watched it the first time. As you guys know, I said this in my first episode, but I watched it with my parents, loved it, can't wait for this one. So much stuff that there's like nostalgia, the beats of the trailer, everything about it. I can't wait to see how much it makes, and it's going to be blast at the theater. I can't wait. Just can't wait. So many people. It's gonna be great. Then we have Wild Robot coming out September 27th, and it's nothing worrying. I'm wondering how the movie's gonna do, because before this episode aired, I was doing some research and Transformers 1, right? So Josh Cooley is directing Transformers 1. And if you don't know who that is, he's worked on shorts like Pixar shorts, Short Fry, The Mater Tales. He's worked on Up, Earth versus 22 versus Earth, which is the short for Soul. George and AJ, Up short. He's worked on Up, Inside Out, Toy Story of Terror, Riley's First Date, and Toy Story 4. He might have even been the director for Toy Story 4, if I'm not wrong. He is the director of Toy Story 4, but not the director of... Oh, well, he's not the director of Inside Out. He just worked on Inside Out. But he's the director of Toy Story 4. And, people are burned on Toy Story 4, and how I feel is I don't feel like I'm ready. Like, I was saying that, like, I was talking this out loud, and I feel like I'm that type of guy. I love Bumblebee. The first Transformers movie was fun. The first 3 with Shia LaBeouf are fun. But after that, Michael Bay is just doing the same type of routine, and the Mark Wahlberg movies are terrible. So, how am I going to watch a Transformers movie? And the first Transformers movie, like in 1984, was animated. This one has good-looking animation, but it's one of those things like, yes, I understand there's no human characters in this one. Yes, I understand they're going back to their roots. But I don't know how I personally feel about Optimus Prime and Omnitron and Megatron being friends. Like, I understand the whole how in X-Men that Professor X and Magneto were friends, and then they were frenemies. They're like frenemies, enemies. But I just never, like, I don't know. It's something about it, like I don't know how to get into that. But Wild Robot comes out 2 weeks after that, and I'm expecting big things from that, because I cried at the trailer. So, I don't know. It's one of those things, like, I'm super pumped up for Wild Robot. I'm probably going to go see it with my pop culture group this semester. So stay tuned for that. If I could, I don't know about a vlog will happen or not, but I'm excited for that. It's not that I'm not excited for Transformers 1. I'm not going to go see it in theaters, and I'm just wondering how it's going to do in theaters. So, everybody, let me know if you're interested if you're going to go see Transformers 1. It's one of those things like, okay. It's kind of like, the, if we want to talk about it, they just released yesterday Jurassic World Rebirth is coming out next year. Scarlett Johansson, I forget who else is in the cast, but that's coming out too next year, and it's not going to be a movie that's on my top 10 movies of the year, most anticipated, because there's other things that I'm excited for next year. But it's like, do we really need to do another one? And hey, listen, I'm not saying we can't cast people, like, there's good actors out there, but I feel like we just kind of did our legacy movie, and it was awful. And I have something to say. My friends out there, like, my friend group here at college, go, oh, they're only making like prequels, sequels, anything. Like, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but there are good ones out there, like Inside Out 2, Beetlejuice. Like why you gotta complain? Like my friend, like, we're gonna go watch Beetlejuice. Okay, so you're complaining about this as a sequel? I don't know. I'm just stating the obvious because apparently you hate sequels, prequels, and everything out there. Franchise-wise. Alright. And they're also not paying attention to the original. Like, there's no original movies out there. Right? The industry just sucks. No, there's stuff out there. Like, you're just not paying attention to the sequel, to the original movies. Anyway. So, my point was, just stop. Like, I'm all for these franchises doing stuff, but just stop with the, Toy Story 5, it's enough. Jurassic World, it's enough. We've had enough. As I've said, Incredibles 3, do it. Inside Out 3, do it. But you stop at a trilogy. Like Toy Story 5, it's enough. There's been enough Jurassic movies. And now, you could say the same thing about, there's people who are obsessed with James Bond. There are people who want James Bond. I'm obsessed with Mission Impossible. They're coming out with another Mission Impossible. But that's a franchise that hasn't run out of steam. The only one that's been bad is the second one. And that's not even that bad. A little. But I personally don't mind it. So, anyway, I kind of took a rabbit trail here. But what I'm trying to say is, Jurassic World Rebirth is meh. But I'm really excited for Wild Robot. Try saying that 5 times fast. But yeah, we'll see how Transformers 1 does and how Wild Robot does. Because September movies, I think that this September is a bigger September than last year. And August has been very dry, so 2024. So we're going to see how September can pick things up with the box office. So let's keep our fingers crossed. And, going forward, September, October, we have... What do we have in... October? We have Venom, Smile 2, Terrifier 3, and let me tell you, those are movies that I'm excited for. I think I'm only going to see Venom in theaters, but depending on what my friends want to go see. But Terrifier 3 looks awesome, and I love the first Smile. So I'm anticipating big numbers this October for movies, and I don't even know what that says, but, there's a new Gremlins coming out this October. I'm doubtful that that's even real. Oh yeah, Joker is October 4th, so that's a big one. I am not going to see Joker 2 in theaters. It's actually one like I'm not entirely excited for, only because the first Joker was supposed to be this one-shot standalone movie. They were like, this made $1 billion. This is the first this is the most money that an R-rated movie has made. Okay, so that's why you're generating a sequel. I understand that's why you're generating a sequel. You're greenlighting a sequel. But because of money, I understand there are lots of movies, because movies have made money. Like Toy Story 5, oh my god. We made money on the last one, so we gotta make a new one. I really don't think that's I don't think that's a worthy reason at all. I just don't like it. It really makes me gross. It really makes me feel gross. And honestly, because you just made $1 billion, you have to greenlight a sequel. Like, yes, I like Joker. I like Harley Quinn. But making her Lady Gaga, I no disrespect to Lady Gaga, like, I just don't know what the musical aspect is. And I was talking about this at my pop culture group, my nerd group last week. Okay, so this guy was like, yeah, so it's kind of like they're shying away from the fact it's being a musical in the new one. Like, the trailer just does not even show it's a musical. They're dancing on the stairs, but you have no idea. It's the same thing with Wonka. Like, they were like, let's not tell people it's a musical because else people won't like it. It's like, just be honest in the trailer. It makes me really upset. And not the fact that the trailers don't show it. That's not why I'm not going to see it. It's because of the fact that it's like a complete departure from the first one. They wanted to just do the first one. That was it. So I don't understand why. But at least Venom in October, that'll be good. That's somewhere around here, wherever it went. I don't even know where it went, but it's somewhere, somehow, somewhere here. Smile, and then we get Venom. Venom, October 25th. That'll be great. That's something like they actually did plan for 3 Venom movies. At least I think they did. It wasn't like the first Venom was like one and done, like Venom or like Joker. So I'm actually very excited for Venom because I'm a big Marvel fan and that sort of stuff. But yeah, it's just and Joker like let me just reiterate. Joker 1 was great. It's like the Batman. They're great. But and I can't wait for the Batman 2, but here's my thing is DC has had a weird run. And now James Gunn is doing it. So it's been weird for me to think about Joker 2 after the 4 very bizarre DC films we got last year. Shazam 2, Aquaman 2, The Flash, Blue Beetle. Which Blue Beetle was great out of all of them, but it was still hard for me to watch them after the whole regime change and Black Adam failure and the 4 movie failures last year. So why am I going to watch Joker 2 if now, that's not saying, yes, it's a franchise. It's just continuing. And it's like an Elseworlds thing. But, oh my god, I can't wait for the Batman. I mean, the Penguin. Penguin's coming September 19th, day after Agatha airs. And that is going to be... It's going to be something. Batman Universe, can't wait. But like I said, Venom will be interesting to see how well that does. I'm going to go see that with Pop Culture Nerd Group. And Smile 2 and Terrifier 3, dude. These ones I can't wait for. Great horrors. I can't wait. I love Smile 1. Terrifier 2. I never saw the first Terrifier, but after I watched Terrifier 2, I was like... And then when I heard that Art the Clown's going to be like Santa Claus dressed up killing people, I was like, no way! That's awesome! So we got to wait and see what that one entails. And, yeah. And then in December, we got, in November, I was skipping over November, apparently. Then we got Wicked and Moana 2 is the big ones in November. And I don't know how I feel about that. I really don't. I'm not going to see either of them if I'm being completely honest with you. And here's the reasons to why. I don't know. I don't know if I've said this on the channel before. Explain this just to my friends, but I'm really not. As I said to you guys earlier in this episode, I am a big Disney fan, right? Well, let's start off with. Let's start off with Wicked. Because there's a couple Disney things I want to talk about. So, one, Wicked. I'm average. I like Wizard of Oz. I will watch old movies before my time, but Wizard of Oz is one of those for me. The whole dream sequence, I'm just okay, so it's a dream. She could have just tapped her feet at the beginning and all this would have been solved, but whatever. So, alright, Wizard of Oz is fun. I like the Broadway show Wicked. Really, really liked it. It's a great one. Second act kind of falls apart, so I'm kind of screaming to you guys, screaming at the movie theaters when I go, why are they splitting up the whole, Broadway production into a movie, making it part 1 and part 2, like Infinity War and Endgame? Why are you doing that? Just make it one movie. You don't need to... Okay, so then you're going to have the second part completely be terrible? Because the second act of Wicked... Unless they're going to do something really, really crazy, and make up their own story in part 2 and go, haha, see, we're changing things, we're making it better. It's like, okay, I don't know what they're doing. But it's like, I'm not excited for Wicked. And let me tell you as to why. Okay, so let's get around this, shall we? So, I've watched the trailer. I'm a music person. I think the world building looks pretty good. But I feel bad for Jeff Goldblum and Peter Dinklage. I really do. And let's not be hasty. And let me just come out right. Let's not be hasty. And let me just come right out and say it. I don't think Ariana Grande should be Elphaba or should be Glinda. And a pop star in this Broadway production. Now maybe I'm gonna be changed. Maybe I'm gonna hear these songs and I'm gonna be like, whoa, those sound great. But as of now in the trailer, I'm just going, okay, I can't see a pop star with a Broadway show in a movie. I just don't see it. I also don't think that, I don't know how to say it. Green makeup on a dark-skinned woman looks good. That's just my opinion. Now, will it make the movie better or worse? No. I don't think it will. But, do I think it looks not great? Yeah. I don't think so. But anyway, it's not like, I'm sure that there's a lot of girls out there, a lot of women, a lot of moms. I was like, oh, let's go see Wicked, girl. Let's go see Wicked, daughter. Ah! So that's probably what's going to happen. The question is how much money it's going to make in the box office. Don't know. So going right off of there, you know, and to me, you know, Inside Out, and not to me, but Inside Out 2 and Deadpool are the highest rated movies of the year so far, box office wise. I hope Beetlejuice can be big, but anyway, then you got Moana, same time as Wicked, and oh boy, I'm not excited. Here's the reason: animation looks good, and people are excited for this. You know, I'm sure there's a fan base for Moana, there's a fan base for Wicked. But let me tell you, I'm a little bit upset because I have to go straight into this. So December is The Lion King, which is facing off of Sonic. I'm going to talk about Sonic next, my next topic. But I'm not happy because Lin-Manuel Miranda did the music for first Moana, and now he's doing the music for Mufasa. Mufasa is something I can't get around. I'm not excited for that because they're not real animals. It's just animated. They still have to animate them. And they're photorealistic, it's stupid, I don't like it, and it's a prequel, and oh my god, I'm just not excited. So, I'd rather go see Moana, but at the same time, Lin-Manuel's doing music for Mufasa, not Moana, and that just puts a bad taste in my mouth. It makes me feel icky, it makes me feel gross. So, it's just one of those things, like, I don't know what Disney's doing. Like, was it a him thing? Was it a thing like, hey, work on this instead of this? I don't know what it was. I'm a little bit upset. And it burns me on the movie industry. Like, I really, it's one of those things, like, to me, it's like a composer. Like, Inside Out 2 did not have Michael Giacchino. It didn't make the movie bad, it was just disappointing. It didn't leave a bad taste in my mouth, it just felt jarring. I could hear the Inside Out theme, but I still liked the movie. But it feels like if they had Lin-Manuel Miranda in Moana 2, that would make me feel a lot better about how things are going. But because they don't, it makes me feel like, oops, we lost a special guy from the first one. And Lin-Manuel did Encanto. I loved Encanto. But let me tell you, if you're not doing the sequel, should I get excited about the sequel? Because I'm not. And I'm definitely not excited about Mufasa. I was never excited about Mufasa. But until, like, when I saw the name Lin-Manuel Miranda, I was like, oh. It really put me down in a deep, because like I like his music, but him working on the movie just made me go. So that's why you're not doing Moana. Anyway, that's all my thoughts. I'm really excited to see how these movies. I'm not excited. I'm really wondering how these movies are going to do in theaters. Wicked, Moana, Mufasa. But you know what I am pumped up for? What I'll be there for day one for? I got 2 movies to talk about. 2 more movies to talk about, and then I'm gonna probably wrap things up. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 is going up against Mufasa. this is one where I'm like crazy excited for. After the last one, I was on the edge of my... I love that first one back in 20... Let me take you back on a little journey. Back to the good old days. So, this was... Sonic the Hedgehog 1 was the last movie I saw. Sonic the Hedgehog and Birds of Prey were the last two movies I saw. Was Birds of Prey 2019? Birds... Oh, it was 2020 film. Okay, so, yeah, 2020. February 7th. So Sonic the Hedgehog and then Birds of Prey were the last two movies I saw before COVID happened. And Sonic the Hedgehog was awesome. And then I went and saw Sonic the Hedgehog 2 instead of going to see Morbius in theaters. And I've seen Morbius twice. Once at home by myself and once with my friends at home. But what a great choice that was to go see Sonic 2. And I'm pumped up for Sonic 3 with Shadow. Keanu Reeves is voicing Shadow. Jim Carrey is back in the trailer. And I can't wait for this movie. I'm maybe a little tired because I'm yawning. Excuse me. I'm pumped up. We'll be there day one. I just watched Sonic 2 a week before I left for college this semester with my parents because I hadn't seen it yet. And it's so good. I love the I love the both of them. I don't know what both means. I love both of them, and I can't wait for this one. And in the trailer, it's I've watched each other so many times, and it's just so good. And I'm gonna keep watching it ever. That the music, like the Sonic the Hedgehog theme in the trailer. Oh, it's so good, so epic, and I loved it so much. But this is one I am there for. Like I said, I'm a big Disney fan. Like, we're getting Elio next year. I'm wondering how that's gonna do. Hoppers, 2 Pixar films I'm interested in. Incredibles 3 I'm interested in. But Toy Story 5's out of here. Mufasa's out of here. Moana's out of here. Snow White's out of here. By the way, I don't even know what's going on with Snow White. Can we just talk? Okay, I love Sonic 3. Can't wait for it. Can we take a second and talk about Snow White? What is going on with that song in the trailer? Let's whistle while you work. Because it's this rap song about drugs and stuff. My friend sent it to me. He's like, why did they sample this song? And I'm like, what do you mean? It's catchy. Let's whistle while you work. And I looked out on my phone and went, oh. So that's what the song's about. He's like, yeah. I'm like, oh. So I can scratch. I don't have to go see that. Oh. So before we get to the last movie today, so I have 2 movies I'm not going to see next year. Snow White is now one of them, and Captain America 4 is now one of them. Should I say that for next week? I mean, you guys probably know why, but I might save that for next time. I might save that for another day. I mean, you guys already know why. I just showed you Snow White. Like, I just can't with Snow White and with the live action remakes. I'm just done. I didn't even go see The Little Mermaid in theaters this year, and it looked fun to me. But I'm done with the live action remakes. I'm done with the Cap 4 nonsense. Captain America 4, Brave New World, Brave New Order, whatever the hell it's called. And but I'm excited for Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four. But the last movie of the year I'm excited for is on Christmas Day, December 25th, is Nosferatu by Robert Eggers. I cannot wait for this. Nosferatu is the only silent movie I've seen, only black and white silent movie I've seen. I enjoyed it. Can't wait for this new one. Willem Dafoe. If you don't know, they made like this like behind the scenes movie. Willem Dafoe. Shadow of the Vampire is the movie it's called. It came out in 2000 with Willem Dafoe as Nosferatu. And I think as Nosferatu, didn't he? Oh, no, he was a vampire, though. John Malkovich and Willem Dafoe, they're both vampires or some shit. And really, I'm excited for the Nosferatu this year. Because the trailer looks fun. I love the original one, and Robert Eggers is going to know how to direct this, so I'm quite excited for it. Those are movies I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to Sonic 2. I already watched Sonic 2. That was good. Sonic 3, over Mufasa, and Nosferatu this Christmas. Great movies. I'm really looking forward to it. And we got Venom in October, and Beetlejuice is first, and then Wild Robot in September. So I kind of put those out of order. Beetlejuice is next, Wild Robot, Venom 3, no Joker, nothing else until Sonic 3 and Nosferatu in December. So that's my list. What are you guys looking forward to this remainder of the year? Let me know what you think. Are you excited for Transformers 1? Are you agree with me that you're more excited for Wild Robot? Are you going to go see Beetlejuice? What are you guys? Are you going to see any of the Disney movies coming out? Are you going to see Wicked? What are your thoughts? Do you have are any of them? If there's a mom watching, are you excited for Wicked? Are you going to take your daughter? Are you going to take your child? Are you agree with me that you just aren't excited about Wicked? Are you agree that why are they splitting it up into 2 parts? Nonsense. That's what I don't understand. Nonsense, movie industry. Gotta understand. You don't split things up when the second act falls apart. You put it together. Like the Lego movie, put it together. Anyway, don't forget to leave a like if you did enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe to the Screen Speak channel. Stay tuned for more episodes that may or may not come out. Trying to do this thing weekly. So we'll see how far this thing goes. Stay tuned for another episode with my glasses. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe. Follow me at BobaFett Master. Instagram links down below. Like, subscribe, follow me. Keep calm. Watch stuff. Peace out, everyone. Bye.